I'm just across the border in Florence, Wisconsin, at the Shady Game Farm for some pheasant hunting.
They got instinct to run, hide, fly. You're not just going to sit there.
And we'll take a look at KAMO, Kids and Mentors Outdoors. 9 million acres of forest, 1,700 miles of continuous shoreline, 4,300 lakes, 12,000 miles of streams, more than 300 waterfalls, 15 counties, 2 time zones, and 1 area code. Welcome to the Upper Peninsula. Welcome to 906 Outdoors. .906 Outdoors is brought to you by Cooking Wild Seasonings. Make it fresh, make it yours. I recently got together with Hooked and Hoover Guide Service, which is Jim Lebeski and his dog Hoover, for some fishing and pheasant hunting. This is the hooks part, and this is the Hoover part. We started out with a day of fishing on Portage Lake. Other than 1 pike, the fish didn't cooperate that day, but it was a gorgeous day on the lake, and I did get to learn a little bit about skinny dippers.
These are skinny dipper custom lures. Jenny Racine paints these. My partner, Captain Ron Racine Jr., they have an online business, Skinny Dipper Custom Lures. And she'll paint them on several different things. Bandits, deep husky jerks, reef runners, Smithwicks. Very pretty, but they also catch fish. Well, we're out here today getting ready to do a little shoot. We're at Shady Game Farm. Howard Reed and Cheryl Reed. They've been doing this for quite a few years, and we've been coming down for, I can't remember how many years, but lots. And it gives us a chance to work Hoover, our German wire-haired pointer, on some pheasants. Where's the birds? Where's the birds? Huh?
The farm is 400 acres, borders the Brule River. We've got 3 different fields that are set aside for releasing pheasants. The corn is cut here in about a month or so, and then they can hunt the whole farm. And all the woods is thinned so that you can actually hunt the woods. You can even set your birds in the woods. It's very open woods. How it's done is that you have to make a date to come, a certain time to come, and how many birds you want. Of course, I catch the birds. You're given a field. We have a minimum of 5 birds to get the field. And you can stay in that field as long as you want. Most people don't. After 3-4 hours, the dog is tired, they're tired. You can hunt all day long if you'd like. Most guys come in the morning, and there's usually anywhere from 2 to 3-4 guys. They'll come together, and usually there's 1 or 2 dogs. You can split up in the fields, or you can all go in one field. We got pretty good sized fields that you can run about 6 guys in a field with a couple of dogs pretty easily. Like I said, the woods that's bordering the fields is all huntable because it's all thinned. Very much like being out west, quite frankly. With the 400 acres, there's quite a bit of room.
Brian asked about why I've got tape on my glasses. It's not because it's a nerd thing. I'm left eye dominant, so when I throw the gun up, my left eye wants to follow and pick up the bead on the gun, so I'm always shooting on an angle. So when I tape this up, it lies to my brain. My eye looks at that tape and focuses here, and then my other eye looks down the barrel. Okay, and so I'm shooting that way. If not, then the gun is actually canting. You can either shoot really well one way, but very terrible the other way because you're always behind the bird.
Today's show is brought to you in part by Rapid River Knife Works, home of Michigan's largest custom knife factory showroom.
Howard's setting some birds right now, and generally the people that come here set birds and then work their dogs up. Sometimes the birds will sit there, sometimes they won't. They'll go away. I prefer them to go kind of move around, and then you're really true hunting. We'll set a few birds today and then maybe just release them and let Hoover try to find them up in the woods.
Okay, the problem with getting the bird out of the box, you got to watch out he doesn't jump out on you and fly away. You got to be careful when you get him in here. You run and grab him with the wing and the leg like this. You got a good hold on him. And when you go to set him, take the two legs like this in this hand, get the head under the wing like this, and you're going to take him over and you're going to rock him underneath and put him underneath the grass. Okay? Take him over here. This is the kind of cover you want, so it's not, you don't want too high a cover because you want to watch your dog. You don't want too hot for the bird to get up real easy. So this is almost perfect cover here. If you rock them like this, stick him down in here. Hopefully he's not going to fly now. And I pull the legs, get the air out of them, push with your left hand a little bit. You don't want to hurt them. And walk back. The longer you wait, the farther he's going to go. Generally. Perfect day today because there's not a lot of wind and then it's not raining. And he'll move around. If you got to have a good dog, you may not get him up. He might stay on the ground. Yeah, the worst thing is you put the bird down, he flies away and the guy can't even get him, you know. So you want to dizzy him up a little bit, then you pull those legs out there and push down, get the air out of him. He calms down. In a few minutes, he's going to stand up and start walking around. So far, so good.
He's soft. Good boy. Thank you. Out. 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 Oh gosh. That's 3. Turn. Jesus. We're going to go back and chase these 2 birds. Tammy hit the one a little bit, and the other one was a pure miss. It was, I waited too long to shoot at it. Tammy didn't shoot because it was over my head. So they both sat down in the corner of the woods here. We'll drop off these first 2 birds here at the truck and then go in the woods and let Hoover do his thing. My neck bird. Pay the price. Here. Hey. Over. Hoover! Come here! Whoa! Here. Did it go off? I'm guessing that's what he's got, is that scent from that bird that got up earlier and flew into the corn. There's not much you can do. When a bird is running like that, the dog's going to stay with him and eventually the bird's going to get up. So if we were track stars, we would have been there. He looked like he was hot there for a second. Got him. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, he's caught between me and Hoover, and he's looking for a way to get out. Howard, it's probably going to come out by you or Tammy. Go! Did you kill it? No. No. Yes? Find him. Whoa. Yeah. Hen! I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't think so. I don't think I missed that many birds in 3 years total.
"906 Outdoors is brought to you in part by L&M Fleet Supply, proudly serving the Northland for over 30 years.
These pheasants I've been buying from the same producer in Medford, Wisconsin. It's called Krug's, and they're one of the larger producers in Wisconsin. And I have to buy my birds, believe it or not, in January because she sells all her birds that she doesn't sell locally to South Dakota. And the birds in South Dakota are not wild birds. A lot of producers in Wisconsin sell them to South Dakota. So when I buy the birds, they're mature when I get them. I don't try to raise them from chicks. They're a really good bird. If you look at them, most of them have really nice tails. They're really plumed out very well. They're good flyers. These birds, even though they're born and raised in a cage, when they get out in that field, right away they got instinct to run, hide, fly. It's just like almost like hunting a wild bird because they're not just going to sit there. They're going.
Whoa! Shoot it, Tammy. You both shot it.
When you buy the birds, you can either set them yourself or I can set them for you. I'll charge you if I have to set them.
It does that.
Most guys want to set them themselves. If they take 10 or 15 birds, you want to put out 5 at a time. Don't put them all out at once. We made a nice shot there.
I'll carry your birds. You keep shooting them, I'll carry them.
By the time you get to the end of the birds, they're already scattered off and you may not get them. They're not just going to sit there. So it's harder than you think.
Shoot it. Shot. Good shot, Tam. Yeah, you're the only one that shot. Shoot the Tammy. Out. 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 Stop it. Stop it. Hoover is a 6-year-old German wire-haired pointer. He's raring to go. My wife Tammy took him for a walk in the woods to get rid of some pent-up energy here, and then he'll work a lot slower and a lot more efficiently once we get going in the field here. He's had lots of birds in his mouth. He's got a locator collar on him, and I could set it so that it'll beep intermittently on a regular basis, like every 20 seconds or so, and that helps me locate him if I can't see him. He covers a lot of ground in the woods. In the field, I don't put the beeper on him until he goes on point. He knows this game. I mean, he's been here before lots of times. He knows that in that field is birds. And he will course back and forth. I'll rein him in a little bit, and then he will go on point, and hopefully we can work around him and get a shot at the bird. When it's really windy, the scent gets dry, scent gets carried away really hard. The dog's nose draws out. Today is a perfect day for scenting because it's kind of damp, not too warm, it's like 50, and the scent is staying here. So I think that this was a bird that was here before, and he's just following that old scent. That's the difference between just coursing the field with his head high looking for scent and then leftover scent from a bird walking through there. Every time they brush on the grass, I mean, they're leaving scent. Most of the scent is in their feet, actually. Leave it. Leave it.
We're open every year from August through the first week in December. We average about 800 birds a year, and we have quite a few members, like 30, 40 members that come every year. So you don't have to be a member to come here. You can just buy the birds and go out and hunt. The members get a better deal on the birds, and they get to shoot strays. This is the big thing.
Yeah, Hoover, yeah, you go.
Give it to Howard.
They can come out here and take 5 birds out after they shoot their birds. Then they can just hunt all the rest of the day chasing the wild birds that are here. Because on the 800 birds that we sell, by the end of the year, there's usually a couple hundred of those still around here. They don't leave because we got all the food here. So it's a pretty good hunt here.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
.906 Outdoors is brought to you in part by Blades Bait and Tackle, your year-round connection to fishing Badenoch. I was back at the Shady Game Farm the following day with the Northwoods chapter of KAMO, Kids and Mentors Outdoors. KAMO is a unique group that provides Wisconsin communities with outdoors education activities for children and families.
Today's pheasant shoot, and I'm thinking this is our roughly 12th pheasant shoot. We're out here at Howard Reed's game farm, and Howard is gracious enough to host us. Everybody shows up around 8:30 in the morning, registers. They get a hunter safety speech, and everyone is taught to respect their kill. Then we go into clays, and everybody is required, whether you're a novice or pretty good at this, they have to hit at least 5 clays before they come up here in the field. Sometimes this is the first time a child has handled a shotgun. And even though they've had hunter safety, we want to make sure that they're ready to come up here. And safety is of the utmost importance to all of this. So the youth come up into the field, and we set a bird, 1 bird per youth, and that youth goes out with a guide and with a dog handler. And we have this year 3 very gracious gentlemen who have offered to let us use their dogs. And the youth gets to shoot at his bird. We have a couple of wingers on the end just to make sure we get any birds that are wounded that do come down.
Good shot.
We have as many youth as we can get out here, up to 25. We supply the pheasants. We supply all the ammo. We supply lunch. Everybody gets a nice warm hat. And everybody gets to shoot as much clays and shells as they can. We teach them how to clean a bird at the end of the day here. Last year, we taught them how to reload their shells. We're not doing that today because of the rainy weather. Everybody goes home with a bird. I said everybody goes home with a full belly and a nice warm hat. It's a very, very nice day for everybody. And KAMO was started back in 2007, and the Northwoods chapter was one of the 3 founding clubs. And I believe now we're up to 7, and most of the clubs are downstate. They have a better population to draw more youth from. But we do things like kayaking, fishing, today obviously a pheasant shoot. We've also been hooking up with 4-H group. There's some 4-H kids here today from Iron Mountain. We try to hold as many events as we can during the year. The issue is basically enough volunteers to help, and 2, getting the youth out, because even today, we limit this to 25. I believe we had 17 booked, and there's 15 here. The 4 biggest ones we have here in Florence are, again, the pheasant shoot today. We have the kids hooked on fishing in July, which is usually littler kids, I'd say from 4 to 10 years old, but that's a lot of fun. And I have some very good volunteers on Emily that have pontoon boats, and they take us out on the pontoons. And then ice fishing. The thing we started doing a few years back is we actually take some seniors from the nursing home here in Florence, and we take them fishing on Fisher Lake. Again, the weather does control a lot of these events because, again, they're all outdoors. Okay, the importance of what we're trying to do is show kids that there is an alternative to regular sports where a lot of kids are involved in, which is good. Electronic devices, which tend to keep people inside. We're trying to give kids a chance to come outside and get an early learning experience. Like I said, a lot of the youth here today are all under 15. The kids hooked on fishing that we do in July, I said those kids are anywhere from 4 to 10. Most of them never had a fishing pole in their hand. And we're just trying to present to them some of the options that they have. And hopefully it sparks an interest in a few. They pick up the good habits of being in the outdoors and enjoying what's being presented. And they continue that on further in their lives.
Feel free to join us on Facebook or visit us at 906outdoors.com. Thanks for watching, and we invite you to join us next week for another adventure right here on 906 Outdoors.